Number 10. Nearly all human civilizations have legends of giants, men standing many feet taller than the average with titanic strength. But no fossil evidence has ever been found of one, unless you count the disturbing photographs taken by a man named Gregor Spory in 1985. On a trip to Egypt, Spory met an old grave robber who was in possession of a mummified finger measuring 15 inches long, one that would have had to come from a man at least 12 feet tall. Nobody's ever been able to explain or debunk the pictures he took. 9. Most ghost pictures can be pretty easily explained away as the result of double exposures or other trickery. But this chilling shot snapped by the Reverend K.F. Lord in the interior of North Yorkshire's Newby Church has thus far denied any earthly explanations, despite being examined by multiple experts. The shot shows a spectral figure wearing a cowl and standing by the altar. But Lord swears that there were no people in the church when he took the shot in 1963. It's one of the most famous paranormal photographs of all time. 8. One of the most famous religious apparitions of all time, Our Lady of Zieten, was observed over a staggering 2-year period starting in 1968. First spotted by a Muslim bus mechanic, the glowing form of the Virgin Mary was mistaken for a woman preparing to jump from the roof of the Church of St. Mary. Police investigated and found nobody on the roof, but from that point forward, the glowing ghost of Jesus' mother appeared multiple times a week, being photographed many times without any real explanation as to the cause of the phenomenon. 7. Murder scene photos typically help investigators put together the pieces surrounding a death. But what St. Petersburg, Florida cop snapped in 1951 has baffled us for over half a century. The death scene of Mary Reeser was a grim and bizarre one. The woman's entire body had been engulfed by flame in her armchair, consuming everything but her left foot, which was intact. The intense heat had actually shrunken her skull, but bizarrely, nothing else in the room was touched. The pictures baffle forensic investigators to this day. 6. In 1975, Diane and Peter Berthelot visited the Worstead Church in Norfolk, UK. While at the church, Peter took a photo of his wife sitting and praying on one of the church benches. Whenever they developed the film, there was a bizarre ghostly figure sitting behind Diane. When they went back to the church, a local vicar told them it was the White Lady, the ghost of a healer who was believed to haunt the church. 5. The story goes that James Courtney and Michael Meehan were returning back after cleaning a cargo on the SS Waterton when they were consumed by gas fumes and they succumbed to death. They were buried at sea. What is interesting is what followed after this. The reflections of these two men's faces were seen here for a very long time. 4. In the DVD extras of Chaplin's The Circus, the photos of the movie's premiere shows a mysterious person talking on a cell phone, but that can't be right, can it? There were no cell phones in 1928. 3. In 1907, 9 fishermen caught what they claimed to be a Cadborosaurus, a giant sea monster. The Cadborosaurus is a famous North American cryptid named after Cadboro Bay of Canada. The massive and elusive sea serpent has been spotted from Alaska all the way down to Southern California. To this day, no scientist has been able to identify the creature in this photo. 2. 3 Men and a Baby is a 1987 comedy starring Ted Danson. In one scene, about an hour into the film, Danson's character is walking across a room. In the background, when the camera pans past the window, a strange figure is standing there. It is said to be the ghost of a young boy who committed suicide in the house many years earlier. Some claim that the figure is actually a cardboard cutout of Danson's character that was featured in a scene that never made the final cut of the film. Does that figure really look like Ted Danson to you? 1. When this lady moved into a nursing home in the mid-90s, her family took this photo. When it was developed, a figure of a man could be seen in the background. On a closer inspection, the old lady claimed it was her husband who died 13 years earlier. The family insisted that no one else was present when the photo was taken. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoy the video, please let me know by clicking the like button. Do share, write a comment, and don't forget to subscribe so that you can catch my next video.